Hi everyone, it's Bethany and welcome to day 3 of my Cricut Craft Gift Guide. I'm really excited to share this craft with you today because it is super easy, it's super cute, and it makes for a really great stocking stuffer idea. So I'm going to be making little personalized bracelets with iron-on. They're really easy to create and I think you're going to really love them. So I just have a really small sheet of leftover iron-on, so always make sure you are keeping your scraps because you can use them for a variety of things and they always come in handy. So I will be sure to link a video of how I store my HTV and my vinyl scraps so that you can get an idea of how I keep mine organized. So I have my bracelets, I have my scrap iron-on, and then I have a weeding tool and some scissors. I also have my EasyPress mat because we are going to be applying the HTV iron-on to the bracelets with our mini EasyPress. And then for our machine, you can use any cutting machine, but I will be using the Cricut Maker for this project today. I'm really excited to show you this craft. I've really put my whole heart into this gift guide, so I would really love it if you could share this video or give it a thumbs up because we are really trying to get a lot of people over here to get inspired for how to create wonderful gifts with their Cricut machine this year. So for the wristlets, they are from Hobby Lobby and they are called leather wristbands and they are 3/4 of an inch. And for me, what I really wanted was, it seemed like it was easy to find thicker ones, so you can get a variety of thickness if you want a thicker or chunkier leather wristband, but I really wanted something smaller. I have smaller wrists, so I wanted to make sure that I could find something smaller if I wanted to make one for myself as well. So I think those, the 3/4 inch are really nice. So the company is Leather Crafts. Again, I got them from Hobby Lobby and they're they're like in the leather crafty section, and I believe that is kind of near the wearable art section, so somewhere near where the t-shirts are, but you can always ask if you are shopping in person where to find them. Okay, so before we hop into Design Space, let's go ahead and do our question of the day. And so while I'm crafting today, hop down into the comments section and answer winter, spring, summer, or fall. Which season is your favorite? Okay, well, I'm not even going to wait to answer because I know for certain that fall is my favorite for sure. So be sure to hop down there while I'm crafting and let me know which is your favorite. And also let me know how you're loving the crafts so far for the gift guide because I am just so excited. I've been working on this since the springtime, so it's really awesome to finally see everything coming to life. All right, let's hop into Design Space and let's get designing.
Okay, so in Cricut Design Space, what I did was I went into the text tool right over here and I selected 2 separate fonts for my 2 separate little bracelets. And the first font that I used is called Four Seasons Home Decor, and I'll find it for you so you can see. I just type in 4, the number 4, and then it's this one right here. And then my second one that I used is called Feather. That is from fontbundles.com and it's right here. So that is one that I have uploaded from fontbundles.com, and I am just making these for personal use only or to give as a gift. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and size these appropriately for my little bracelets. So if you need help knowing how to go ahead and attach cursive font in Design Space, I'll go ahead and link a tutorial up in the corner for you to help you connect these words so you know exactly how to do it. So what I did is I made sure my height was about 1/2 inch, and I'm just a little under 1/2 inch, and that made this one at about 3 inches in length. And then for my top one, I am about 1/2 inch in height, and then it made my length about 2 1/4. And I feel like I could make this one even a little bit narrower, but that looks just about right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my maker selected. I'm going to go ahead and say make it. Now, since I'm working with iron-on, I'm going to mirror my image, and then I'm also going to just move them one on top of the other, just because I think that is a better use of my HTV scraps. So always know that you can move around your design on the mat preview to let it know how you like it and where you would like it to cut out. Then I'm going to go ahead and click continue. I'm going to use the setting everyday iron-on, and then I'm going to go ahead and load my mat and get cutting. I'm using Cricut's heat guide to determine the heat settings for my Cricut EasyPress Mini. So I'm going to go ahead and select the Mini because that is the machine I'm going to be using to press my iron-on onto my bracelet. My heat transfer material is going to be Everyday Iron-On, so right up here. Then my base material is going to be faux leather, which is the closest, and then I'm going to go ahead and click Apply. The machine is going to be set to low. I'm going to preheat the material for 5 seconds, and then once it's time to press, I'll press for 30 seconds with constant movement and light pressure, and then I can peel this warm.
So I'm going to take my iron-on scrap and I'm going to locate the shiny side. So once I know which is the shiny side, I'm going to put that face down on my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the upper left-hand corner because that is where my design is on my little mat preview. And then I'm going to go ahead and load it into my machine by pressing the flashing arrow buttons. And then I'll go ahead and press the flashing Cricut button to get cutting. I'm also going to take my mini EasyPress and set it to low, and that's just one wavy mark, which is the low setting, and I'll let that preheat. Okay, so I just trimmed off even more scraps to save for later, so that's awesome. And now what I'm going to do is, with the material still shiny side face down, I'm going to go ahead and start weeding my material. So I just pierce a corner, and then I just start pulling. And since this is a smaller cut, I'm just going to go really, really slow and make sure I don't accidentally pull up anything that needs to stay down. So again, I have both designs on one. You can cut them apart if you wish and weed them one at a time if it's too much for you to do, the two at once. So go ahead and do whatever you would like. Okay, so that is doing a really good job. That was a pretty small cut and it did a really wonderful job. Okay, so I just need to make sure that I have my little period there. It's trying to peel up, so I'm just going to press my little weeding tool down on it and see if I can get it to stick. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that did a really, really great job. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my weeding tool and I'm just going to go through and take out all the little middle pieces. So I also wanted to remind you that even though this gift guide is coming out in November, just to get everybody ready for the holidays, I am doing my best to make sure that all of the gifts are good for year-round gifts as well. So if you're looking for something for a birthday, or if you're looking for something for, just because gift for a friend, you can, whenever you're watching this video, you can use these gifts as inspiration for any time of year. Okay, so I have it all done. Very small cut, but it did flawlessly. I'm really happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim between my design. And I like to do it after I've weeded, just because then I can really see where I need to cut. Sometimes if I do it before I've weeded, it's really hard to see, and then you can risk cutting into your design. So I'm just going to trim these pieces down a little bit. That way they are ready for pressing. Okay, so my EasyPress Mini is preheated, so I'm just going to do these one at a time. And I'm going to, let's do this first. So I'm just going to go ahead and center it on my little bracelet here. I love how that looks. This would also be a really great gift, if you're like in a book club or if you are in a Bible study too. Sometimes all those little groups do little gifts, and these are really, really affordable. So if you need an affordable gift that's really nice, then this would be one of those as well. Okay, so then that looks pretty centered to me. That looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see what that would look like if I closed the bracelet, and I like how that looks. Okay, so that looks good. And this is sticky. The actual sheet that it's cut on, that clear sheet, is sticky. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of tilt that up and just make sure that I like the placement. I might bring it down just a little bit, but that's good that it's sticky because it allows you to kind of place it and know it's going to stay there, but also peel it up if you need to move it around. Okay, that looks good to my eye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a little piece of parchment paper and place it over there. You know what I forgot to do is I forgot to preheat my material. Okay, so we'll take our little EasyPress Mini, preheat it for 5 seconds, no problem. Sometimes I get so excited about getting my design on there that I forget to preheat. And then I have to peel up my little design after I've gotten it all placed where I'd like it, but that's okay because it only set me back a couple seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to place just a little piece of parchment paper over my design, and then I'm going to press for 30 seconds. So I'm just referring to my Cricut heat guide, and it says low for 30 seconds, constant movement and light pressure. So I'm just kind of going back and forth, and you can choose any color iron-on that you'd like. Another really pretty option would be the foil. I just did a tutorial on using the rose gold foil. That would be really, really pretty as well. Okay, so that was about 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. It's a warm peel, but I'll go ahead and start my other as that's cooling just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, but not forget to preheat. So I'm going to preheat my material for 5 seconds. Okay. Then I'm going to take my design and center it where I would like it. That looks really nice. Okay. Put my parchment paper right back on top, and then I will go ahead and press for 30 seconds. Okay, there we go. So now I can set this to the side and grab my first one, and then I'm going to just grab a little corner of it and peel away. And I'm monitoring to make sure I don't see any lifting. If I did see any lifting, I could just place this clear sheet right back over and I could press one more time. But that looks really, really nice. I love how that looks. Oh, cute. Okay, and then I'm going to let this cool just a second, and then I will go ahead and peel that up. Okay, just grabbing an edge, peeling this away. It looks wonderful. That did a perfect job. I think these look really, really sweet, and I just have to try one on. Alright, these turned out so cute. I'm really happy with them, and I love that you use very little material. Again, these little bracelets are super cheap. I believe the pack was around $3 or $4, so super, super affordable. Then you use scrap HTV or scrap iron-on. So this was a very, very affordable gift. Makes a wonderful stocking stuffer. Makes a wonderful last-minute gift too, because it's very, very quick to craft. So if you're heading to a book club or you're heading anywhere where you need a last-minute gift, these are really, really nice. So if you're going to the craft store, make sure you pick up some of these because they're kind of nice to have on hand, and they are really easy to personalize. Alright everyone, that's it for day 3 of my Cricut Craft gift guide. I hope you enjoyed this. I think this is really fun, and please be sure to give this a thumbs up. Also, please be sure to share it so you can inspire other people with how to use their Cricut machine to create gifts this year. Alright everyone, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys for day 4.